At times it looked like his inability to pick up a drinks bottle on the run might scupper his London Marathon hopes. But Sir Mo Farah etched his name in the history books once again on Sunday, breaking the British marathon record by almost a minute to finish third. Going toe-to-toe with the world's best marathon runners in his second attempt at the distance was never going to be easy, not least when they were after the world record. The 35-year-old admitted that when the first mile was run in a crazy 4 minutes 22 seconds, he thought to himself, "If you are going to die, you are going to die." And for the final few miles at least, Farah appeared to be paying the price for going with the leaders and was forced to grit his teeth. Yet his time of 2 hours 6 minutes 21 seconds, which he described as good not great, put him comfortably inside Steve Jones's 1985 British record of February 7, 2013. He said, "I am definitely pleased how I ran the marathon today. The pace that they set off from the first mile all the way to 30 kilometers, it was incredible. From 30 kilometers I was tired. But I managed to keep going and keep fighting, and obviously I wanted to finish on the podium. To run a personal best, break the British record and finish on the podium, I can't get better than that. It will take time to improve, as it took me time to win medals on the track. In a race started by the Queen, it was marathon great Eliud Kipchoge who reigned supreme. The Kenyan had been clear in his target of trying to break the world record of 2:02.57. Despite temperatures of 23.2 degrees Celsius making it the hottest London Marathon in history. Kipchoge's blistering pace to the halfway point made his intentions clear, and laid down the marker for the rest of the field, but he ultimately paid the price. The world record slipped from his grasp in the final few miles, and he crossed the line in 2:04.17, ahead of Ethiopia's Tolashura Kitata in second. Celebrating his third London Marathon victory, and his 9th marathon win out of 10, he said, "I said it would be a beautiful race and it was." Farah, who made up for a disappointing marathon debut in 2014 when he finished 8th, admitted to being unnerved by the early pace. He said, "At one point I was looking at the clock, thinking oh my god, but then it slowed down after halfway, and from there you pay the price. You can't go off that fast and come away with 2:02. While he was baffled by the pace, those watching the race were baffled by his strange behavior at the drink stations. He struggled to locate his own bottle at the 10 kilometers and 20 kilometers mark, picking up the wrong one at the first and then having to stop and run backwards after missing his bottle at the second. Clearly agitated by the mistakes, he was then seen shouting at stewards on motorbikes. He later explained that he and another of the elite runners had the same water bottle and that the volunteers had been taking pictures rather than helping him. His coach Gary Locke, meanwhile, suggested it was a mistake due to inexperience and would be something to work on. Despite being a hard taskmaster, Locke was filled with confidence by Farah's time. He said, "I knew that to get it right on our first marathon together was going to be a big challenge, but we had to get it as right as we could. I think that showed there is a lot more to come and the guy definitely has a lot of marathon potential. We have spent a lot of time together this year, so seeing it all come together on the day is rewarding." Asked about Farah's prediction that he could run a 2:03 marathon, Locke said, "I think 2:03, 2:04 is realistic. Some stuff that he's done is incredible. There's some stuff we've got to add." Organizers faced embarrassment after the race, when it emerged that the official times posted for Kipchoge, Kitata and Farah were around 10 seconds slower than what the clock over the finish line had shown. Around an hour after the race had finished, London Marathon bosses were forced to accept that a clerical error had caused the discrepancy and the times had to be corrected. Farah, a 10-time Olympic and world champion on the track who has now permanently switched to the marathon, added, "It was do or die. I went as fast as I could. It's so different to the track, different pain, different training. I've really enjoyed the training. The pain is mainly in my legs. I gave it 110%. Definitely a tick getting the new GB record. It's some payment for the fact that I haven't seen my kids in 3 months. For now, he has already turned his attention to having an Arsenal season ticket next year. Perhaps," he suggested, "he should ask them for their water bottles when he next takes on a marathon."